Good morning, day 67. It's Sunday and I'm at church. Just kidding. Actually, it is Sunday. Why aren't there any services happening? um, so, this is the Old Baptist Mission Church. There's a sign on the front that says Church Body Moved over Trail of Tears, 1838 to 1839. I think by moved, they mean like, saddened. Saddened. So, I'm here because this is the end of the Trail of Tears. This is where they call this like is it disbanding point? Basically, this was Oklahoma was a territory. Choctaw Creek, as they say in the States, Cree, as they say in Canada. The people of the plains. So all the different people of the plains were here in the Oklahoma Territory, and the Cherokee got moved on top of them, on top of the people of the plains. And then they just had to set a settlement side by side. So who's set up here is that Cherokee are actually all Christian, like almost entirely Christian at that time, with some integration between their own faiths and Christianity. And one of the Cherokee was Reverend Jesse Bushyhead. I took a picture of his daughter, his relation's grave, Nancy Bushyhead, at the other halfway here. Right, so trail is like sort of like halfway here. So she died along the trail. Well, Reverend Jesse Bushyhead actually did survive the trip. He was leading one of the, he was sort of like helping to conduct one of the groups. And so he settled here. So Reverend Jesse Bushyhead settled here in 1839 following the Cherokee removal from the east, and held church services at his home until the Baptist mission was established in 1841 by Reverend Evan Jones. This site was also one of the ration stations known as Gaduhev Gadu, or Bread Town, by the Cherokees following removal. A Cherokee National School was founded near here in 1843, and the mission established a female seminary the same year. The Cherokee Messenger printed here beginning in August 1844, was the first periodical in Oklahoma. The mission station was burned during the Civil War by the Confederates because of the anti-slavery teaching of the missionaries. While the mission was never rebuilt, the church has continued to meet. The present church building was built in 1888. Oklahoma Historical Society, 1995. Cool. So his actual gravesite is here in the Baptist Mission Cemetery. I don't really like taking pictures of actual grave sites. So you can find those pictures on Google because other people have taken photograph of his actual, Reverend Jesse Bushyhead's actual site. So we do have, we're in Westville, Oklahoma, near Westville, Oklahoma, and we do have some interpretive panels here about the end of the Northern Journey. And you can find this on the National Parks Recreation site. So I basically did the Northern Trails I showed in one of the other videos, but they all sort of like, Northern Trails, Central Trails, all the river route, they all kind of just ended. Basically, everybody brown got pushed out to Oklahoma Territory, where they had to settle and integrate with the local indigenous people and integrate with the homesteaders that are out here. And this looks very typical Cherokee dress with the turban. I took a picture of a turban like that in one of the other places that I visited. So I'm going to see a couple more of these sort of end of the trail sites, and then I'd like to research a little bit on what people are doing now, which actually was kind of what I was in the town last night. The town that I stayed in last night is one of the things the Cherokee are doing now is casinos. So there is a casino and hotel in the town I was at in last night, Silo Springs, I think it was called. So this is Good Morning, day 67. We are exploring the end of the Trail of Tears. A couple of this sort of spreading out of the Cherokee among the Plains people. And they're still here. There's actually two, I misspoke in one of the other videos that there was 2 bands of Cherokee currently. There's actually 3 recognized. There's the Treaty Band. So there's people that voluntarily moved out here around 1800. There's people that were pushed out here, removed to here, 1838 to 1839, that winter. And then there's the Eastern Band, the Eastern people. What I actually learned at one of the other sites, the commemorative park in Hopkinsville, is that even after getting removed to here, if that Cherokee person just had the means, there wasn't like a military presence keeping them here. Some of them turned around and went back, and so that's actually why there's Cherokee in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, because that's Cherokee land, and some of them just went back. And so that's pretty cool to find out. And some people are like, yeah, we're mountain people, we're going home. And other people stayed and are still here 200 years later, doing like 2 Cherokee nations, kind of side by side. Anyway, I got to learn more about that before I say something I don't know anything about. Day 67. Talk to you later. All right, the disbandment site is now a cemetery. I'm not gonna film that too much. But I want to read to you the plaque. It says, upon arrival, families waited in long lines for supplies. Camps surrounded the dispersal site as Cherokee went out and located a home site, built a home, and started a new life. Nearby are graves of a number of Cherokee leaders, many of whom braved the Trail of Tears. They passed through Mrs. Weber's depot and settled in the local area. Beautiful Oklahoma backroads for my tour of the end of the Trail of Tears. Paved, a little bumpy, but paved. Hey, the locals know how to handle this road, man. You see that? Yeah, zooming. I saw a guy pulling a boat trailer that just came zooming around the turn toward me, and I'm like, damn, what if that trailer like swings during the turn? It didn't, but kind of worried me. I'm like, I'm gonna be over here, like way over on this side of the lane.
Recording.
I want to give a quick shout out to Jordan Peele for making me think the clouds look creepy. They're very, very still. I don't know if you saw his latest porno, but yeah, the clouds are very still and a little creepy.
Recording.
Hey, friends and family. I don't know how many people saw Reservation Dogs, but the town of Oakern, the fictional town of Oakern, this is it. This is Okmulgee. The location and the filming, major filming location for the town of Oakern. So this is the Muskogee Creek Nation office building. Looks kind of like where the mom worked, maybe? Well, it's been a little while since I saw the show. But kind of, huh? Great Seal, the Muskogee Nation. Cool. Muskogee Creek Nation Finance Building. Muskogee Creek, yeah, not Cherokee. I believe, I'm not quite sure if Muskogee Creek were here when the Cherokee were pushed here. Or if, yeah, because there was other people, actually I just learned from somebody that I met at the gas station, that the other nations like Choctaw and Seminole were also removed. Basically everybody east was removed and put here, and so I think the Muskogee were here. This was not an empty land, it was just territory, and they put that on top. So oh, that's in the shade. Maybe I should move the bike over there. Ugh. Actually, that's shaded over there too, and it's not open. Maybe they'll let me park in official parking spot. Because it's Sunday, there's nobody around. Visitors. I know it's supposed to be only veterans parking here, but I need some shade. Oh, maybe over there. Yeah, this is only an hour from the last town that I was in, Tumulpul, the capital of Cherokee Nation. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna drop the bike here. Not drop. Park. And it looks like a high school over there. So, but with this heat, every single hour I need to take my helmet off and drink something. I mean, you can probably tell I'm breathing a little heavy. So I just wanted to like vibe on the fact that I'm in quote, Oakern. So it's kind of cool. I might, after I have some juice, I might drive around a little bit and see if I can find that liquor store that where they had the first episode heist. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Anyway, talk to you later.
Recording.
Correction. The Muskogee Creek were also removed and brought here. Removed from the southeast and brought here. So the original people of this area, the Kickapoo and the Choctaw. Maybe, well, tomorrow I hope to go to the First Americans Museum in Oklahoma City and ask lots more questions like that. And I'm also interested in finding out about some more decolonization projects and any fossil fuel fighting projects, renewable energy projects, climate crisis issues, this just kind of into the future sort of stuff. Because that's kind of what we're doing in California, right? Going into the future, the indigenous practices will be brought back for forestry maintenance of prescribed fire. Because it is hypothesized that one of the factors contributing to larger and larger fires besides climate change is the fact that the indigenous practices of prescribed fire were outlawed by the Forestry Service, right? So, which do prescribe fire, but not in the proper way, or not enough, and not, not in the right places. It just, they try, but really the older ways have to be brought back. Because actually the forests look the way that they do because of thousands of years of maintenance by indigenous people. The plains, the prairies, the whole, country. It's not as wild and
Make a
unkempt as
U-turn,
it looks.
then turn right onto East 3rd Street. Continue on US 75
Okay, well, I
south
better
for
pay
13
attention.
miles.
I need to get to the Oklahoma City. Bye.
Recording.
Nothing says going west like riding into the sunset. Yep, on my way to Oklahoma City. So I'm going to say goodnight. Day 67. It was Sunday. Everything was closed, but I still learned a lot.